Now let's study about another concept which is related to vector or relative motion or vector motion in a plane. So let us understand this with an example. It is the motion of swimmer in river. It is a very famous kind of question, and there are a lot of questions that we will have to do. Suppose there is a river like this, and there is water flowing in the river in this direction. Let us say this is the velocity of flow of river uf. In this direction the river is flowing with velocity uf, and there is a swimmer on point A who wants to reach at point B, which is exactly opposite in a straight line from on the other bank. He wants to reach B. So let us say that the swimmer starts swimming in the direction of B with a velocity say Vs. So Vs is the velocity of the swimmer, and he wants to reach from A to B. But because of the flow of river, the total velocity, the net velocity of the swimmer will not be in the perpendicular direction, it will be somewhere in this direction. So to calculate it, the net velocity of river with respect to ground, it can be calculated just like we did in the previous video. If this is Vs and this is Uf, then we know that the net velocity will be given by this vector. So the net velocity of swimmer with respect to ground, V net will be equal to Vs plus Uf, will be equal to velocity of the swimmer and flow of river. So this means the swimmer will actually flow, he is trying to go towards B, but actually he is going towards in this direction of V net. So instead of reaching at point B, he will reach at point C in the direction of V net. So that means he has drifted from the original position in the direction BC. So this will be the distance by which the swimmer has drifted. So let us now say let the width of the river is D. Now time to cross the river, we know that time is equal to distance upon velocity. Now distance, we have to cross the river, the distance is D upon velocity. Now which velocity will come here, whether it will be Vs or Uf or Vnet. Now if we analyze one by one, Uf is in this direction, so there is no way that Uf is going to help swimmer to reach to the opposite point. By Uf the swimmer will never be able to reach the opposite bank of the river. If we talk about Vnet, then Vnet is also at an angle. Vnet is a combination of Vs and Uf, and we know that Uf is not contributing in crossing the river. So if from Vnet we remove Uf, then what is left? The velocity of swimmer. So that means to cross the river, the only velocity that is going to contribute from A direction to B direction is the velocity of the swimmer. This is the only velocity which is in this direction, which will help swimmer to cross the river. So that means time to cross the river will be D upon Vs. This will be the time taken by the swimmer to cross the river. Similarly, if we talk about the distance, the drifted distance, we can write drift distance BC. If we want to calculate this, then we know that this distance is in this direction from B to C. Now in the direction of B to C, the only vector that we have is UF. Vs is from A to B. Vs is not going to contribute in covering the distance from B to C. To find the distance from B to C, the only velocity working in this direction is UF. So when we are calculating drift distance, it will be equal to velocity into time. So the velocity here will be velocity of the river. UF into time, the time, this is the time, so it will be UF D upon Vs. This will be the drift distance, which is BC here. Now if we want to calculate the net, the magnitude V net, then we know that V net is Vs plus Uf. So we are going to simply will use our formula. Since V net and Uf are perpendicular to each other, that means they are rectangular components. So we'll simply add Vs square and Uf square. This will give us the value of resultant velocity. Now in this particular condition, T can also be calculated. I'll write it as note here. T can also be calculated using Vnet. Here we calculated T using Vs. We can use Vnet also to calculate T. Now here we took time to cross the river. We took T as time to cross the river. But T is also the time for Vnet to reach C. So that means if the swimmer is swimming in to reach B, he will take the same time to reach C because of the resultant velocity. The time taken by the swimmer to reach C will be equal to the time taken by the swimmer to reach B. So that means if we use Vnet, we are going to get the same value of time, and if we are using Vnet, then T will be equal to the total distance. Now total distance here will be, for Vnet the total distance is AC, not AB. It will be AC. So it will be AC and divided by Vnet, which is equal to Vs square plus Uf square. So since this is also the time used to cross the river by the same swimmer, so that means this value and this value will come out to be equal. So we can use either of them. Now this was the motion of swimmer in the river. Now let us do another example. Let us consider another condition in which swimmer is swimming downstream. I'll just write it. Downstream swimming in a flowing river. River is same, so moving in this velocity with Uf. The swimmer jumps into the river from point A, and this is the point B like earlier. Now this time the swimmer is not jumping in the direction of B, the swimmer is jumping downstream. Downstream means in this direction. The swimmer jumped in this direction. So this is the velocity of swimmer in this direction. So he is making an angle theta with the direction of AB. So we can say that swimmer has jumped downstream at an angle theta with AB, at an angle theta with the vertical. Now here UF is still in this direction. So that means the Vnet this time will be given by this vector. Now if there were no UF, if it was a stationary water, if the river was not flowing, then the swimmer would have reached this point. But because of UF, the swimmer has drifted in this direction and is reaching in the direction of Vnet, which will be here. So this will be our point C, and let us say that this is point D. So earlier this D point was here in the previous example that we took. Let us look at the diagram again. Let us compare both the diagrams. In the earlier example, swimmer jumped from point A in the direction of B. He was going in the direction of B, but he reached C. In this example, A jumped in the direction of D, but he reached C. So this is the difference in both the conditions. Now the velocity which will help the swimmer in crossing the river, or we can say crossing velocity of swimmer. This is the velocity which will help the swimmer to cross the river of width Vd. Now this crossing velocity will be equal to the velocity which is in direction of crossing the river. Now to find that, if we use the resolution of vector, then this Vs can be resolved into two rectangular components, in this one and in this direction. So this will be Vs cos theta and this will be Vs sin theta. Now the crossing velocity of swimmer Vc will be equal to Vs cos theta, because this one is the only vector which is helping swimmer in going from A to other point on the bank. This is the only component. So that means the crossing velocity of the swimmer will be Vs cos theta. Now the drift velocity, which is making the swimmer drift in in this direction from D to C. So the drift velocity let us say VD, this will be equal to, now this is going, we are going in this direction, the drift is in this direction. Now what are the velocities that we have in this direction? We have certainly UF in this direction, but we also have VS sine theta. So that means the total velocity which is helping the swimmer to drift in this direction from D to C will be equal to UF plus VS sine theta. Now if we calculate time to cross the river T, it will be equal to, like earlier, distance upon the component of velocity which is helping swimmer to cross the river, which is Vs cos theta. So time will be equal to D upon Vs cos theta. Now if we calculate the total drift of swimmer, a total drift of swimmer is BC, and this will be equal to the total velocity in the direction of drift multiplied by time. So total velocity in the direction of drift is this, UF plus Vs sine theta multiplied by T. T we can put from here, so it will be dVs cos theta. Now let us say that if water were at rest, if the water was not swimming, the swimmer would have reached D, but due to UF he drifted to C. Now that means if we just want to calculate the drift DC instead of BC, if we just want to calculate DC, this drift DC is due to which velocity vector? Now if the river was at rest, then UF would have been equal to 0. So the only component of velocity which is drifting the swimmer from B to this direction will be Vs sine theta. But just because of UF, and because of Vs, if suppose UF was 0, then this vector would have been 0. Then the swimmer would have gone in this direction and reached D. But just because of US, instead of reaching D, he reached C. So that means UF is helping the swimmer to cover this much distance, to cover this much drift. Only UF is helping, not Vs. So that means the drift DC is only due to UF velocity. So we can calculate the distance DC. It will be equal to UF into time. We can use UF D Vs cos theta. Make sure you understand this concept. To revise it, you understand it once, then pause the video and try to analyze the entire situation on your own. Now there is one more case that is possible, and that is the, instead of downstreaming, the swimmer goes upstream. We'll do here on this page only so that you can compare both the diagrams. This is the same river, this direction, and the swimmer is going upstream. So that means from point A he jumped upstream. Upstream means upside of the river, so he jumped in this direction. So this is the velocity vector of swimmer, Vs, making an angle theta with the vertical, and the UF is in this direction. So that means the swimmer wanted to go on in this direction and he would have reached D if there were no UF, but because of UF the swimmer is going to drift in this direction and he will go in the direction of V net, which will take him to the point C. Now again the horizontal component of Vs will be equal to Vs cos theta, and this is the vertical component. The horizontal component will be in this direction, this time will be Vs sine theta. So that means if swimmer jumped upstream at an angle theta with AB, his net velocity V net we are going to calculate. So first let us calculate crossing velocity. The crossing velocity of swimmer in this condition, in this, was Vs cos theta. The crossing velocity Vc in this situation also it is the same. The only component of velocity which is helping the swimmer to cross the river is again Vs cos theta, so it remains same in both the conditions. The drift velocity Vd, the velocity which is making the swimmer go in drifting swimmer drift in this direction, Vd, earlier it was UF plus vs sine theta, because both of these velocity are in the same direction. This time uf is in this direction but vs sine theta is in opposite direction. That means drift velocity will be equal to uf minus vs sine theta. Now time to cross the river t, it was d upon vs cos theta. Again this situation in the vertical direction has not changed, so it will be still as vs d upon vs cos theta. And if we talk about total drift BC, if the total drift is BC, then it will be equal to the velocity into time, and the velocity will be the velocity which is taking the swimmer in this direction. This is uf minus vs sine theta, so it will be uf minus vs sine theta multiplied by time is d upon vs cos theta. So this is the upstream motion and this was the downstream motion. Now you can compare the two motions and understand this video very carefully, because there will be a lot of questions that we are going to do, and once you understand this, it will be clear, you will become habitual.